I gotta do this again. Okay. So yeah, I can also do live streams on this thing. If you want me to live stream a Vita game. I also got a lot of anime Vita games, you know, the mangas and stuff. Whatever. I don't like anime and stuff, but I can tolerate it if it's a very good game. And, you know, it's like the most popular art style for anime that I hate. Like, there's some art styles of anime that I don't hate. Like, you ever play the Vita game Apples? That art style is fine for me. I think that art style is perfect for an anime. So, if an anime uses that art style, I'm fine with it. But if an anime uses the other art style that is also made by Marvelous Games, because if you don't already know, Marvelous Games made the Apples game, and they also made the Senra, whatever, it's that game with the schoolgirls who are like ninjas and they fight until their clothes come off in battle. So yeah, that game was made by the same people who made the Apples game, but the art styles are completely different with how they draw or sculpt the women. In the Apples game, they look more like adults, while in the Senwa whatever game, they look more like 8-year-olds with big boobs. So yeah, I don't like the Senwa art style, but it's a fantastic hack and slash game. While Apples has a fantastic art style to the game, and the graphics look better than the other Senwa game, and also the gameplay is fantastic. And yeah, it still has that fan service. Yeah, it has fan service in the game still. But if you want me to play that game one day in the future, I will. It's a Japanese import game, so most of it's in Japanese, but thanks to modifications and someone making a translation for the game, you can attach the game to be in English, for the most part. There's some of it that's still in Japanese, but for the most part it's English. And the phone is ringing, so you know what that means. Then I have to pause the video, and I'll be back. And I am back. So yeah. Also not sure how my audio is going to come out from my microphone, because I set to max audio, so it might be a little too loud, and also my audio might be a little too stacky, so let's hope for the best, everyone. Let's hope for the best. It's the default setting, so I'm just going to try to stay as close or as far away to the microphone as possible. And let's see what happens. So this is more like a test one. A test one of how my Vita records and stuff. So just let me know how the quality comes out. And let's hope for the best. If you guys like it, I'll keep doing this. And hey, maybe I'll get more games for the Vita. And more games. This is a Phineas and Ferb game for the Vita, by the way. Exclusive to the Vita. So, is that something that make you buy a Vita? Phineas and Ferb, an exclusive game just for the Vita. Just for the Vita. Well, that's the exit, but is there anything else that I missed? And I gotta say, this is the most boring and bland game I ever played on the Vita. Like, I got a trophy, by the way, but you can't see the trophy. So that's something that the webcam doesn't pick up, the streaming webcam. Because it thinks it's a webcam, but it's not actually a webcam. You get it?
You can double jump by pressing the jump button twice.
Yeah, thanks, Tom Kenny. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Thanks a bunch. So as you can tell, they take the music from the show and put it into the game. It's always fantastic. Because they couldn't afford to get their own composer, so it's like, let's use the royalty-free music. Well, some of it, yeah, you probably had to pay. Yeah, you probably had to pay for the songs in general, but, hey, some songs all just like generic songs you can get online for free. especially anyone that's now in the public domain, because it's a little too old. Is Mozart in public domain yet? It probably technically is in public domain, but I'm just saying that, you know, people could buy the rights to, say, Mozart, just like the, bought the rights to, like, say, The Shadow, who was in the public domain once, and now he's not. And then there was Black Bat, who was in the public domain once, now he's not. And there was Vampirella, who was in the public domain, now she's not. You know, there's a lot of public domain comic book characters that are now owned by Dynamite Comics, aka the graveyard for all those popular characters from the past that are no longer popular because kids like what's on the TVs and the cartoons and the video games. They don't care about the comics, they don't read about it. So that's what happens. I also love how once you get the power up fully charged, Mr. Krabs just makes a farting noise and goes, "It's magic, everybody, it's a party game." What kind of body slam is that? It's like, I'm about to do a belly flop, but wait, I know that's only painful, so I'm just gonna use my fists at the very end. It's fantastic. It's not fantastic. This game is poorly made. Who made this? DICE? Did DICE make this? I wouldn't be surprised because of that Shrek game that they made. The highest quality of Shrek games. Everybody's memeing about that Shrek game for the Xbox. It was an Xbox exclusive at the time, a time exclusive, and it was one of the 8 or 10 different reasons to buy a Xbox, because it was a launch title basically. But I think Microsoft paid for that game to be a launch title. I'm just like phasing through it. Like sometimes he's like bouncing, and sometimes just idle posing. It's fantastic. The only point of owning this game is if you want to do like a trophy hunt to get all the trophies. I think this is probably one of the easiest games to platinum. That alongside Sly Cooper and the Devious Raccoonist for the Vita, that is one of the easiest games to platinum as well. But why would you want this in your platinum list? Like, oh look, I played SpongeBob Super Sponge. I am a baby. I am a meal baba. Or something stupid like that. You can say whatever you want about that. So look, 2 paths. Which one should I take? The jellyfish one that was all bouncy and stuff? It's just a fun time, everyone. It's just a fun time. It's fun. Alright, it's gonna be a real very good time on that. Oh yeah. So everything seems a-okay with my recording equipment. Everything is connecting. Yes. Yep, everything is moving. Okay, just want to make sure. I was looking back and forth my laptop screen, my PC screen that's recording my gameplay audio, while my laptop is of course recording my gameplay as well as my microphone audio. You can't touch Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs touches you. Kitties. One. Also, with this new Vita hack, guess what? I can play PSP games in HD in this streaming method. So if you want me to play any PSP games, I'll do it this way. Same goes with PS1 games. I can now do PS1 games using the Vita like this. Even though I can only do it with the PS3, I can just do it now with the Vita. But I can cheat? No, I couldn't cheat. I was like, can I cheat? And I was like, nope. Shit, can't do it again? No. Wow. And look, very little health. Very little health came out of that. Fantastic. I thought I could just like phase through on the walk and just stay there. Well, but this game's a broken mess, so I just like to point out all the broken mess things about it. Which would I play? Battle for Bikini Bottom or this? Please answer seriously. Would you rather play this, or would I play Battle for Bikini Bottom? And I probably should have swapped cows when I move on to the next level, but oh well. Oh well. Orson well. Oh well.